You're listening to the Akinfemi Onadele Show, where we believe in today's fast-paced world, investing in your overall well-being is the most important decision you can make. Join us alongside a variety of guests as we discuss topics empowering you to become the best version of yourself. Enjoy.
Let's be honest, parenting is expensive and many parents struggle to find the time and resources to provide enriching experiences for their kids. But what if there was a way to earn extra cash passively, allowing you to focus on what truly matters, your family's well-being? Becoming a short-let owner with Homely is a fantastic opportunity to generate passive income. By opening your homes, apartments to short-term guests on holidays, you can earn additional money effortlessly while helping other families enjoy a comfortable, homely environment. It's a perfect way to support your financial goals without sacrificing your time and energy. Imagine the possibilities: more funds for family vacations, extracurricular activities, or simply more freedom to enjoy life's little luxuries. Plus, you'll be part of a community that values well-being and shared experiences. Discover how much your home is worth and start earning passive income today at bookhomely.com. That's at bookhomely.com.
Wale Adegoke, my brother, my friend. Welcome to the Akinfemi Onadele Show, aka TAOS. TAOS, which is like the word Tao. I'm so happy to have you here, my friend.
Thank you.
Telayo, thank you for coming as well. The fresh one. You know what I should do? All things being equal. I should give this guy his own mad intro.
Do you know what you already?
Ladies and gentlemen, we already fresh.
You know, you already mixed up my name with Anthony, but it's fine.
Tele.
I already said Akinfemi.
I didn't mix up his name. Did I mix up his name?
You did.
You said Teleayo.
Yeah.
Oh, you are not Teleayo.
No, it's fine. Since we're going with Akinfemi.
Oh, because he used to call me Akin today for the longest
I
time.
can't really tell whether you
Ladies and gentlemen,
or not.
if that isn't the purest expression of the Tao,
Right.
I don't know what is.
Yeah.
I've seen a few funny expressions of the Tao. Let me tell you a few I've seen just here. I've seen two men like they're all dripped out in workout clothes, and then when I pass them in my car, they're just walking smoking a cigarette. I was just like, bro, if that's not polarity, I don't know what is. Then the same day I hit the road, and then this is the way all the cars are supposed to go on the road. I see a car driving like this towards me
On that same lane.
One way.
Yeah, and it doesn't end there, guys. The guy looks at me and he does like this to me. Am I well? If that is not the down,
It must be on some high grade.
I don't know what it is. No, but for me, I love moments like that because it's just, do you understand? The Tao can be expressed in any way. Okay, so guys, don't let's go too far with the Tao. As you can see, Wale and I already bounced off the Tao. Tele and I already bounced off the Tao. But for the sake of well-being, Baba, we're going to discuss how things were for you coming from a year of COVID. This is a very successful man, a father of two. He's our big bro here. We don't take it for granted.
Yes.
Very, very, very. This guy, you can have a 10-minute conversation with him, and the way he will open your mind on whatever level it is. Do you want it business? Do you want it in philosophy? He is the Confucius to Lao Tzu or the Lao Tzu to Confucius.
You guys are killing me.
No, but it's the
No, it's
Please,
facts, bro.
my helpers.
It's facts.
No, bro. Now look, wonderful man. Happy to have him as a friend, a brother. Happy to have him as a collaborator. And it's one of the people that gave me love when I told him I'm doing I told you I was doing this podcast before I started. And you're like, guy, don't worry, you and I are going to have some epic conversations. So if I was hyped, okay, this is me trying to be. I'm hyped. We're finally doing this. Tell her you were here the first day we met.
Yes.
And we all just clicked. Based off what? The love of conversation. The love of conversation. And we're doing this, guys. Yeah. And just before you came, we're just talking about getting shit done. And how he knows that is his strength. No matter what, get shit done.
Yeah.
Right? And when I heard him say that, I just looked at him and I was like, shout out to you. And he was like, okay, cool. But you don't understand, I'm transitioning in my age from, young man to someone who has to take on more responsibility, or that's one way to look at it, or just to the level, to the stage in life where it becomes easier to achieve your dreams. So he's already been there. And it's just exciting for me to see someone who lives in that state. So I'm just happy, man. I'm just happy.
Well, I like the perspective of the way you said it, Femo. See, the way you've said all these things, they bring a perspective to me in the sense that I don't see myself the way you see me. I still see myself as that young hustler, literally, and I think you know that. Tele knows that. We keep going, we keep moving forward. There's really no time to be, looking at that, sitting on your laurels or whatever. There's really no time for that. So for me, what I love is to be around, passionate people like you guys, and that gives me energy. So big conversations that we're going to have.
Conversations.
And I'm here to also, give some perspective on, I think, some traditional ideas that I won't say they suppress potential, but they make it hard for you to stand out. And, there's always this urge for conformity in all of us. And you've been here talking about Tao Te Ching and all that, that's philosophy. But when you're in a society where your mom can see you reading a book and start having a night vigil about,
yeah,
and start.
You've been through that?
Heart palpitations and.
Is that something you've experienced, Wale?
The truth is, I don't want to make it so much about me. But talking about experiences, yes, I've experienced such experiences, and
wow,
we're going to have this conversation.
We are, definitely.
And I'm going to, talk a bit about my own experiences, but then also I don't see it, as I said, just about me, but I see myself as an archetypical, kind of person from similar background as mine, which is broad. A lot of people come from similar background like mine.
Oh, I think that's also what we're doing here in this podcast. Basically, I want to, now that I've done this, you're right, it's kind of it's difficult experiencing parents not agreeing with you. But for me, there was something you said that was key, and it was probably the shortest word you used, which is C. And I relate the word C to awareness. The well-being mindset, which is the mindset that we're pushing here, so I'm pushing, is just an awareness mindset. And this is a platform that I will learn to having those conversations. Let's have an awareness lit on the topic of, expanding your mind and learning and perspectives, right? But for me, mental well-being is something that I've obviously struggled with, based on how we have all struggled with because of the generations that we were born in. All generations have their crisis, right? And we've had our own crisis of mind, whether you're a baby boomer, a millennial, or a Gen Z. And the tools you use to deal with it, I'm curious to learning on this show with my guests. So let's start off with mental well-being. So I read out the 7 pillars of well-being. Yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, you're going to rate yourself, and then we just pick up the conversation from there.
Okay.
So mental well-being.
Yeah.
Mental well-being. Okay. I would explain mental well-being to be how well you're able to deal with things that happen to you on a daily basis. How resilient do you feel? How confident are you in your ability to do that? On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being obviously, man, you're the mercy of it.
Yeah.
What would you score yourself?
Yeah, so scoring myself, how do I deal with situations? I think I'm getting better at dealing with situations. I'm not there yet, and I don't think there's so I'll give myself a 6 to 7.
A 6 to 7?
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. However, or just in addition to that, you've from our conversations about, just getting things done, that's something I've struggled with. And a lot of people who are listening to this have struggled with it. How did you get to this level? Because on a 6-7 and you're doing this, would you say you're doing this pretty well? Executing what needs to be done?
I can be much better.
You can be much better.
That's why I'm giving myself 6 to 7.
6 to 7.
I give myself 6 to 7 because one way or the other, I still manage to get things done, but they could be done way better, and I could get more things done. Definitely, and I could be in a better frame of mind while getting things done.
Right.
So looking at that, I see that I still have quite some work to do, but I'm getting there.
I like that. So what would you say that you do? What habits? What's the one habit do you think that you do that really helps you keep scoring at least a 6, 7?
Okay, I have different habits, but for mental well-being, you know, you have different frames of different things you mentioned as pillars of well-being.
Yeah.
And I'm sure some of those pillars, I will have to mention them in what helps me to maintain a mental well-being. So generally, my family is very important to maintaining a good mental well-being. I have a supportive wife, and I have beautiful children.
You see, this is why I'm saying that there's definitely stuff to learn, because mental well-being is about how it copes with the ups and downs of life. So let's go back a bit. COVID, right? You guys all stay together, correct?
Yes, I live with my family.
You live with your family. How did you manage that whole period?
Yeah, so
because now it's you as the father, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is not something I've even imagined. So I would love to hear your perspective on how.
Yeah, so my children are still quite small.
Okay.
Both below age of 10. So they just see that we're at home. We're all at home.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's going to school, and dad is not going to work every day. Mom is not going to work every day. We are not going to school. We're all at home. So I'm going to speak on it because COVID for me was in phases. The first phase of COVID was the hysteria around the world. Like something is happening around the world, but we can't really grasp it. Like we don't know what is happening. And I remember at that time, me and Tele were working at CC Hub.
Yep.
We're birthing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're birthing.
This is like March, April.
It was January 2019. Started October 2019, and then leading
Wow,
into
I didn't even know it was
January.
October 2019. Mad.
So we started this startup at CC Hub October 2019.
Oh, okay.
But
But you say COVID has been since then?
COVID started, the news about COVID started December 2019. So
outside Nigeria.
outside Nigeria. So we're hearing the news, and that's why I said the COVID came for me in phases. So there was that phase of while we were, trying to create some content, trying to develop startup idea, preparing to go into Founder Institute.
Yes.
And, all that Founder Institute Accelerator, working out of CC Hub, just all that, working on that towards the ending of 2019, and then hearing the news that something is happening, but really not really getting a grasp of the global
Which company was in Founders Accelerator?
LVM.
LVM,
Yes.
Okay.
LVM is the parent company of lovefootball.ng.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so we were still working on all that going into 2020. And I remember I took a trip to Kigali for a tech conference. And then when I came back from Kigali, I was supposed to go on a trip to London. And I did go for the trip in London. But when I was supposed to go for the trip in London,
Kigali to London.
No.
And then New York. This guy, and he say, why do we look up to him? What kind of human being is this
guy?
If I said, it all started in October 2019 when I was in the Founders Accelerator then Kigali to London to New York.
Femi.
Baba,
I'll open
respectfully,
I'll open your
respectfully,
I'll open your own book
respectfully,
here. I'll open your book
respectfully, you're killing it.
Can I open your
book? But continue.
Yeah, so that trip to London.
My whole book can be written in one page of his own. But anyway, continue.
That trip to London was with a friend. It was for his dad's birthday. And, we got there and the party happened. And London was actually going into lockdown.
Wow.
At that point, yes.
At that point. So
Were you there as well?
No, but I was.
We worked
We
together.
were working together.
Yeah, so at that time, I barely made it to Nigeria without being locked in the UK. Just, got my flight back to Nigeria. And as I got back to Nigeria, I had to quarantine. I fell sick. I was in quarantine for
2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks, and I was sick. My mouth was full of sores. So that was my first.
Wow.
Yes, first experience with it. And from that quarantine, we went into lockdown in Nigeria.
Yeah.
So, and that lockdown was for like over a month. About a month.
The first lockdown, yeah.
The first lockdown was like March.
Yeah, it was in March.
March, yes.
It was like it wasn't.
And that's when my
that
own
period.
journey
It was
began.
just March.
So,
because that was when we wanted to release.
So that lockdown, yes, release your movie. So
March, you have a movie?
yeah.
Look at this. We'll get to that.
I've got a question for you, my dear listener. And the question is, what are your gifts of COVID? What blessings came into your life as a result of COVID? We want to hear from you. So use the hashtag TAOS gifts of COVID. That is hashtag TAOS gifts of COVID to send us a message in our comments. We look forward to hearing from you. And thank you so much. It really means the world to us that you tapped in with us today. Thank you for liking, for sharing, and for subscribing. You are truly an everyday hero that's helping us to push the message of well-being out there. And until next time, peace and life's richest blessings.
Thanks for listening to the Akinfemi Onadele Show. Check out www.akinfemionadele.com for more info, articles, and ideas about how to boost your well-being.